ซื้อยาคูได้เลย Oh hello
Hey, what's going on? You okay? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What you got around your neck? Is that a new necklace?
No
It's not a new necklace.
No it's not
Then that's a new hat. A new hat. Okay. My mistake. I should have known that. Let's see here. Got a surprise for you today.
What is it?
All the other classes wanted to have story today. So we're going to do the story today. What are you laughing about?
No nothing
Okay, you gonna go get your pants? All right. Boys, you're walking around the house naked again. I don't know where I don't know why. Oh, you didn't shut the door, man.
ดูพื้นหลังทีนี้
I don't know why he's like this. He want to walk around naked all day long.
What
Oh.
I don't know why he's like this. He
Mr.
thinks
Barry look at my background
oh, that's cool, man.
ใจเย็น
That is cool. That's really cool. Yeah, he don't never want to wear clothes no more. And I asked him why. I said, why don't you put on some clothes? I'm comfortable like this. Crazy boy. Just like his mommy. Not like his daddy. His daddy very sensible.
Oh
Wow.
All right.
Mr. Barry, whether we're gonna have a story
Today.
today.
Mr. Barry look at this
Hey. In the other classes, I swear to God, the other classes have been doing like this the whole.
อะไรอ่ะ
When
อะไร
I
I hope we're not gonna be like that. I hope we're not
when I
gonna be
finished
like
at the end,
that.
one of them told me, they said, this was a very nice story. Because we will not finish it today.
เฮ้ยเราพื้นหลังด้านหลังเป็นฮันจิโร่ดีกว่า
What is that? What is that
ดูเขา
picture
กับชิ
of?
โบ
What is that picture
ฮะ
of?
มีเหรอ
That's you? I can't see it. Hold it up to the camera closer. Hmm.
วันนี้รู้สึกว่าเราอยากเอาพาวลิกมาใส่มากเลย
What we got? We got
ถ้าโอ
18
ลิอยู่ข้าง
people.
บนอ่ะ
All right, you want money for ice cream? Why don't you get on your bicycle and go get an ice cream? There.
ว้าว
Yeah. Don't ever have children. If you have children, you will never have money. Pancake, what are you doing? What kind of... Everybody see Pancake screen?
yeah
Look at that.
No
Watch, do it again.
I
Do it
can't
again.
see อ่ะ
Do it again.
Now watch you take it off. Take it off. Watch it.
I can't see
That's cool. That's weird. That's weird.
I can't see it.
That
ฉัน
looks
เห็นแค่
weird.
ของฉันมิสเตอร์ของฮาบินแล้วก็ของนาย
เหมือนกันเลย
All right.
เราเห็นเป็น
ทำไง
หาบินแล้วก็พวกเธอเลื่อนไปอ่ะพวกเธอพอเห็นหน้าจอพวกเธอก็เลื่อนไปเรื่อยๆจะเห็นคนอื่น
You gonna put a
โอ้
shirt
ย
on?
ไม่ได้อ่ะ
อ๋อ
ผู้ที่อยากตั้งพื้นหลัง
Let me
ก็
show
ตั้ง
everybody your muscles. Come here.
เราตั้งเป็น
Now he's walking around with no shirt on. I said, come show everybody your muscles. He's like, ah.
ตาเข้าเลยอ่ะที่ยังไม่เห็นเพื่อมองเลย
All right.
โอ้แดดจ้า
ปิด
Now, well, I'll wait a minute and I'll tell you. There's like two parts to this story. And both of them have the kind of thing you like, blood and everything. But
Yay!
Yes.
when I was making this story, I putting it together, my wife was watching me. She goes, there's no way those girls will listen to this story. They don't like things like this. They don't like, and I was going, you don't know them. Yes, they do. They're terrible. That's what I told her. You don't know them. They're terrible. They love all the blood. And if I tell them a story and nobody dies, they don't care. They're not interested.
I'm interested.
Never tried to.
All right, we got 21 people. Let's get started with the craziness.
อุ้ยหล่อ
Okay. The name of this story is The Donner Party. Now, by party, I mean group of people, okay?
graveyard
Group. The Donner Party. Donner is somebody's last name. And the subtitle is, what do you eat when you are very hungry?
ให้สองดี
Zombie. All right.
I eat chocolate
All right, let's get started. You ready? Hold on, let me let you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Someone just left. Someone just left.
ต้องจำสิ่งนี้หรือไม่
Someone
go.
just left.
Okay, guys, this story takes place in America in the 1840s. This is back when the cowboys were just getting started, okay?
Cowboys.
And gold was discovered in California. Somebody found gold in California. And all the newspapers in the east of America were writing stories saying, if you go to California, you can get gold. It's everywhere. You can just walk around and pick it up. Go down to the river and get hands full of gold. Do you believe that was true?
Really?
No.
It was not true.
No.
It was not true.
If it was true, everyone in the world is rich.
Oh, good point. Very good point. Because people
get
did
taught
come
on
from
COVID.
all over the world. People came from Scotland, Ireland, England, Germany, China. People came. They got what was called gold fever. This is gold fever, just a word they made up. It means when people were like, I want gold. I have to have gold. I have to have gold. Okay. Now, the way you would get the gold, there was different ways. You could dig in the dirt for the gold. You could go down to the river and pan for the gold. But everybody was trying to get rich. Here's the first thing you got to understand. America did not look like America does now. This is what America looked like. You see the pink part of the country? That was America.
Yes.
The rest of it was not America. You see down at the bottom, it says Republic of Texas. Texas was its own country.
Oh, it was a country?
Texas was not part of America. It was its own country. And you see out here, all the way to the left where California is at, Mexico owned that. America did not own that. That was Mexico owned that. America hadn't stolen it yet from Mexico. Later we would steal it. Now we get to the interesting part. Do you see that brown part where it says unorganized territory? Now let's say you were coming from, everybody find Missouri on the map. You see Missouri?
Missouri
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go to California, you had to cut through that brown part, yeah? You had to walk through that brown part, yeah? Now, in that brown part, guess who lived there? Indians. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Indians.
โอ้แล้วแต่
That's a children, right?
Now, here's people getting gold. This is one way they would get gold. This is called a sluice. You run the water through that thing, and the gold is heavy, and the gold will sink to the bottom. And then you just take the gold. Look at they all dressed very nice, aren't they?
Because we'll be wearing a skirt. All the dirt will be in a skirt.
That look like easy work?
Nope.
Look at the way the lady is dressed. Look at the way the lady is dressed. She's out there working. Look how she dressed.
She's a princess.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
Like-
And here's the other way you would get gold. I mean, you could dig in the dirt. That was another way, and here's another way. Who knows what this is called?
อะไรนะ
I know it in Thai. Gold.
เธอรู้อะ
มันคืออะไร
แต่ไม่รู้จะพูดออกมายังไง
คืออะไรอะ
This is called panning for gold. You would take water and you get some water in the pan. You would swish it around, and if there was any gold, it would be at the bottom.
อืม
People still do this today in Australia, in Alaska, some places in America, in Russia. People still do this. Now,
There you go.
as people moved from east to west, going to California, it could be very dangerous. Many people died on their way. There was many ways you could die. You could run into
Wow.
outlaws and they would rob and kill you. Outlaws were like just people who traveled around and they would wait till they saw somebody and they would come and kill you and take everything you had. Or you could get lost and you couldn't find any food and you would starve to death. Very nice, huh? Or maybe you couldn't find water and you would die of thirst.
เร็วกว่าอสูรอีกเว้ย
เอ
Or
อ
maybe you would get a disease.
ดูสั้นถูกใจสิ่งนี้
Or you could die from wild Indians.
อย่าไปเลย
Oh, you not heard nothing yet. You wait till I start telling you about the Indians. Okay, look at here. Look at this map. You see all these names?
Yes.
These are different tribes of Indians that lived out here. Different
Stars,
tribes.
sea,
Look up at the top. You see where it says Blackfoot?
Pony.
yes.
จ้า
I used to know a girl. She was Blackfoot Indian. She lived up there her whole life, and she had never
Wow.
come out of there. And then I met her.
why
Why what? Why they don't come out of there? They live in a group.
Yeah.
They still live in a group up there. But she had come out to visit her cousin, and I met her. And the way she talked was very funny because she grew up with the Indians. She would talk like this. Tonight, what are you doing? Would you like to go eat dinner? You know, and I was just like, huh?
Mr. Barry,
Yes.
would you rather being eaten? Would you rather being eaten by a shark or being fed by an Indian?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's get to it, and I'm going to let you tell me, okay? Now, if you go down, you see the Cheyenne and the Crow. They were mean Indians. You didn't want to find them to find you.
Hello.
The Omaha Indians, they were okay. See the ones at Kiowa, Kiowa.
yeah
no
They would kill you and eat you.
What?
โอ้
But
Where is the
the worst ones, the ones everybody was scared of, the worst, the Comanche. You see the Comanche?
จ้า
Yes.
yes
Down at the
The Comanches were the worst. Everybody scared of the Comanches. Everybody hated the Comanches. You know what people would do? Say your family is traveling across and the Comanches started coming. You know what the man would do?
what?
Run. Pistol. He would shoot his wife, then shoot his children, then shoot himself because he did not want the Comanches to catch them.
โอ้ยรถขายกับข้าวเสียงดังจังวะ
Why?
He would shoot his wife, shoot his
Why?
children,
Just run.
then shoot himself.
Just run. Why?
Now, one student said to me, Aline, she said to me, what could be worse than killing yourself? And I said,
Being killed by community.
wait about 10 minutes and I'm going to ask you that question.
There are many worse things.
ท่านผู้ฟังช็อกเลยเห็นไหม
So everybody
มัน
was,
ค้างไปแล้วอ่ะ
Hold on, where's my pointer? Oh, there it is.
นักกิน
Everybody
ไม่ดีไปนอกประสาทแล้ว
Comanches. Nobody wanted the Comanches to find them. Let me show you a couple pictures. These are not Comanches. This is not a picture of Comanches. These are like
Then what is that
other. You see this animal?
Yeah.
Buffalo
A buffalo.
This is an American buffalo.
Wow.
Don't nobody
Mr.
make joke
Barry.
about. Don't nobody make joke about. We thought you were American buffalo, teacher.
โอ้
Oh.
โอ้ยแรงว่ะ Mr. Barry
No, thank you.
Now, you see these buffaloes? The Indians loved these buffaloes.
Why?
Loved them.
why
Because
beating
that's a great question. Jaya asked a good question. She said, why they love these buffaloes? They big, they ugly, they smell bad. Why? With this buffalo, the Indian could make a blanket. He could make clothes. He could make a tent to sleep in. He could eat. Buffalo meat tastes very good. I've eaten buffalo. It is good.
Oh my
อยาก
god.
กิน
It
มาก
is good. You eat buffalo steak, there's no fat. It's no fat, a lot of protein. The Indians loved the buffalo because the buffalo gave them everything they needed.
Mr. Barry
Yes.
Looks so.
one of my neighbor say if you eat a buffalo brain you will have a buffalo brain
Ew.
I agree
Maybe that's what happened to me. Maybe that happened to me. I don't know. Now,
แกงตัวเองอ่ะ
the Indians would only kill what they needed to eat or to make clothes or something. They would just kill one or two buffalo.
people?
The white people would shoot them for fun. That would be fun to kill the buffaloes. It's very stupid. Very stupid. Yes, I agree. And at this time in America, there was millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of buffalo.
Buffalo.
They say when a herd of buffalo would
Are they
start
extinct
walking
now?
by you, sometimes it would take 4 days for the whole herd to go past you. And that's just one herd.
Whoa.
There
Oh,
was
yeah, me too.
millions of them. So as long as there were buffaloes, the Indian lived a good life. They had a good life. Oh, and they could even make weapons out of the buffalo. They would take the bones and make weapons.
oh yeah
The Indians got
buffalo be
everything
like
from the buffalo. They love the buffalo. Okay, hold on.
I feel bad for the buffalo. They will kill the buffalo like for food.
Now here's some Plains Indian. These are not Comanches. Look at them. Look at these Indians. These Indians look kind of cool, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, the headdress and on the horses with the shield. Look at them. Remember what they look like. Because in a minute I'm going to show you Comanche Indians, okay?
เรานึกสภาพมูซันใส่ชุดนั้นดิ
These Indians look kind of cool. They look
Mr.
like
Barry, why
I
were
think
the
the-
Comanches so evil?
that was just their way of life. They came from an area where there wasn't a lot of water, there wasn't a lot of food. They grew up very hard.
But if like they killed another person, that's
Okay, let me tell you, I'll give you a good answer to that question. Here's one of the things the Comanches believed. They believed that if they captured you and they tortured you, you know the word torture?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The longer they could keep you alive and torture you, the more of your spirit they would capture and it would make them stronger. So if they caught you and killed you very fast, that wasn't good. But if they tortured you and tortured you for days or a week or 2 weeks,
Why are they so dumb? For years.
Then kill yourself.
that's just what they believed. I mean, our cultures today, we have things that other people would say, oh, that's very dumb, you know? But that's just their culture. That's what they believed. Okay, get ready.
Please
Now look at those Indians. You see them, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute. Some tribes of Indians were peaceful sometimes. Some tribes would kill you if they saw you. The Comanche tribe was the tribe, one of the tribes nobody wanted to run into. Nobody wanted to see them. They were fierce. They believed if they tortured you, the longer they could keep you alive, this would make them stronger. Would you like to tell me how they would torture you?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
They will
Here's
give
one
us
picture. This is the
someone
easy way.
something to eat.
You see the guy with the knife? He's cutting the guy's, that's called scalping. They cut the top of your head off and you hold, and they have your hair. And
And from the top.
the more scalps they had, they were big man. If you had 20
Why
scalps,
he's so-
everybody thought you were cool. Now, that
Why
was
he's
nothing.
so fat?
You were
Why he's so
lucky.
fat?
You were lucky if they would do that to you. You were lucky. Here's what they would do. Here's one of the things they would do. They would dig a hole. Yeah? They would tie your hands like this.
They would bury you
Then they
alive?
would put you in the hole up to your neck. Only your head was out of the hole. And all the dirt was packed around you. So you couldn't move. And then we're out in the desert where it's very hot and the sun is very hot. They would take these little sticks and put them like this so you couldn't close your eyes. The sun would burn down into your eyes. And then maybe they would ride by on the horse with a stick. They would play a game. They'd ride by you with a stick and they would bang, hit you in the head with something. And all you
Ow.
Ow.
and then, but they would try to keep you alive for weeks, you know, like that. Maybe they give you a little bit of water on the third day so you wouldn't die. And then, very nice, huh? But that's nothing. That's nothing. Get ready. That's nothing.
Oh. No.
Let me say.
No.
Oh, here's Comanches. Remember what them other Indians look like?
Yes.
Other Indians look kind of cool. These guys don't. Look at these guys. They look very serious.
The guy that in the middle look like a frog.
Would you tell him that if he captured you? Would you say, "Hey, you look like a frog"? No, you'd be going. You're so handsome. You so.
Like a frog. All of them.
Why do they look so
Look at it. These are Comanches.
They look so unhappy?
They look like monkeys.
I never
They look
saw
like
it.
monkeys.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question.
Look at the way they
Excuse me.
dress. Because where they came from, it was hot most of the time. It was very hot.
Mr.
Mr.
Barry.
Barry, excuse me.
Yes?
The guy, this one he look like a frog that have leaf on his head.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something I bet you don't know. You're gonna learn something right now you never know. You know all the Indians in America? You know where they come from?
No.
Where?
No.
No.
They come from China?
Avocado
Asia.
from Mexico.
Asia,
Oh.
same as you.
How? Don't make
Very good question. Long time ago, the water between up by Russia and China and Alaska, it froze. The water froze and the people walked across. That's how the Indians that's one of the ways the Indians got to America. They came from Asia.
Avocado from Mexico.
They walked all the way down to Mexico. And that's still those Indians in Mexico, the one we talked about, the Aztecs and the Mayas, they came from Asia originally.
Wait, what?
Amazing, huh? Amazing.
Avocado from Mexico.
Mr. Barry.
Yes.
Oh, from Thailand.
How did they take their pictures?
How what?
How did they take their pictures?
Oh, how did they take the pictures? Very good question. They had cameras back then. But
They left them.
after years, the American army, they beat the Comanches. There was just too many armies. And then they could take their pictures. But you could not walk up to the Comanches and go, "Excuse me, sir, can I take your picture?" At the beginning,
No.
you could not do that because they would
สมัย
do
นั้น
to
มี
you.
BTS แล้วเหรอ
what I'm about to tell you right now. You're going to love this.
No.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Ew, it's an ant.
What?
Yeah.
And
Oh, this is not
I
just an
know.
ant. This is not just an ant. This
An
is
ant
called
eating an
a
ant.
Ordinary ant.
fire ant. Fire.
If we got it, we gonna burn.
Look, right here. Look on the ants right here. They got a big pincher thing right here. Yeah.
They do an elephant.
When one of these ants bites you, if one of them bites you, it feels like fire. It burns.
You can die.
When
Oh
I
my
was a little
God.
boy, they used to only have them in Florida and Texas. When I was a little boy, we went to visit my uncle in Florida. I never saw a fire ant before, but I went outside and
Why?
ants, when they have a home, they will build a big pile of dirt around the hole. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And I was outside playing and I saw one of these big piles of dirt with all these red ants. They're not little, they're about this big.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
I saw all these ants. So I went over there and started to play around the hole.
Why?
All of a sudden, on my arm, something bit me and it felt like fire. And then something bit me on my leg and it felt like fire. I started crying and screaming, and my parents ran out of the house and they pulled my clothes off of me, got me naked. And then my uncle took a water hose and sprayed water on me to wash all the ants
You
off.
need to put a holy water.
Boy, it hurt.
Holy water.
Like I said, they call them fire ants because when they bite you, it's like fire. Now, now we get to the good part of the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
If the Comanches would catch you, one of the things they love to do, if they would catch you, they
What
would,
is it?
they would take you to find one of those big piles of dirt where the fire ants are.
Oh.
Then they would
No.
tie you up with your back on that dirt. Yeah?
Oh.
And they would tie your legs to the ground and your arms to the ground
Right now.
on top of the fire ant's house.
I can see the picture.
Then they would put the
Has
sticks
anyone there
to hold your eyes
survived?
open.
Again.
So you couldn't close your eyes. Then they would take something like honey and rub it all over your body.
No.
Why?
What do you think the fire ants would do?
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum. Yes. Now, let me ask you a question. Now that you know that,
Not a good thing.
listen,
No.
I want everybody to think about this question. Now that you know what they would do to you, if you saw the Comanches coming, would you kill yourself or let them capture you?
I would
Kill myself.
See? A few minutes ago, you were going,
Escape from
no way I would kill myself. No way, no, I'm not going to kill myself. Now you're all going, I would kill myself. I would kill myself.
Mr. Barry, has
Yes.
anyone ever escaped?
Yeah, sure. Sometimes if they
How?
caught children, they would keep the children, sometimes, and raise the children as Comanche.
Why?
Because there wasn't that many Comanches, so they were always trying to get more people. And sometimes if they would capture a woman, they would make her marry a Comanche guy.
Ew.
Ooh. But if you were a man,
That's better than torturing.
goodbye. You're going to the fire ants.
Going to the
Oh, God.
unknown. Into the unknown.
All right, that was terrible. Yes, is that terrible?
Yep.
That's nothing. You've heard nothing yet. You haven't heard the worst part yet.
What's the worst part?
ไม่รู้อ่ะ
And if I can get
Can I ask you?
we got 10 minutes.
หิวอ่ะ
Why it's so quick?
Yeah, it's gone so quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
They have 20
now,
minutes left.
let me get through this. The Donner Party, that group of people, the white people who were going to California, they were going to go find gold. They were going to be rich.
Oh, yay.
They left Missouri in 1496. The trip normally took about 4 to 6 months to get there. There weren't no roads, there weren't no trains, there weren't no airplanes. Nobody was driving a new BMW car, okay?
No.
So they decided to take a new route, a new way to get there. And this turned out to be a very bad idea. And soon they got lost in the mountains, and the wagons broke, and the people started fighting with each other. You made the wrong decision. Why did you tell us to do this? And they're all fighting with each other.
Just go back.
Whoa.
Just go back.
These are 2 people in the Donner
Ew.
Party.
Don't meet the Comanches, please.
These are 2 people who were in the Donner Party.
Look at that
Now,
girl's face.
this is how they would travel when they were going to California. You'd have a wagon like that. You might put your clothes in there, maybe some furniture, maybe some food, and you might sleep in there at night. But you would walk beside the wagon. You'd have this oxen. You see the oxen there?
Yeah.
They would pull the wagon. They would pull the wagon.
Poor ox.
Poor oxen. You haven't. Oh, wait in a minute till we start the poor oxen.
You don't say poor ox when you get tortured.
Here we go. There were 87 people in this group. And then they got trapped in the mountains, in the snow. The snow was like 10 feet high in some places. I'm 6 feet tall. The snow was 10 feet tall.
Oh.
You think it was cold?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't.
Some people went to get help, but it took them 4 months to come back. 87 people were there. Only 47 were now alive. Some of them had starved to death, and the snow was very deep, and it was cold, and they didn't have houses. They were like making tents out of blankets.
Mr. Barry,
Yes.
what time is this when they started the Comanche and killing? And
At this point, they are already past the Comanches. They are past the Comanches. They've escaped the Comanches. But maybe that would have been a good idea if the Comanches would have got them.
What year did this happen?
Get ready.
What year did the
What?
Comanche?
yeah,
What year did they like start torching people?
Get ready. Get ready. I'm going to answer your question. Good question, Jay. Great question.
Mr.
By
Barry,
this
are you
time,
wearing a
There was
hat?
very little food, and they started to eat the skin of the ox that had died.
Ew, ew. Why?
And they would boil the skin, and it would make like a glue-like jelly, and they would try to eat that. And they would take the bones from the dead ox and boil them over and over many, many times, trying to make a soup, but it would come out like water. And some of the children were so hungry, they ate them.
They ate what?
A rug. You know a rug that you put on the floor?
What did you say?
A carpet, a rug.
Ew.
Ew.
I would never eat that.
Oh, okay. I want to talk to you in about 10 minutes, okay? Now, if you were lucky, and it was the best day of your life, and your lucky day, a mouse might come in your tent, and you could kill the mouse and eat the mouse.
Yummy.
Sound good? Sound good? Cowpack noodle,
Did you eat the
mouse sandwich.
Oh my
อูมามิ
เล่นก็ครูพูดสิ่งนั้น
Why?
All right, here we go. Get ready. Who knows what this word is? Cannibalism.
cannibalism
Not me.
What is it?
ทำเอง
What is cannibalism?
Something.
It's a can.
Their own kind eat each other.
Yes. For us, it would be people eating people.
Yeah.
It's just like this.
Good.
I saw
Now, They were out of food. They were hungry. And this one guy, Mr. Doyle, he had a great idea. He had the best idea in the world. Other men are standing there. Some of the women are standing there. And some of the kids are standing there. And he goes, we need somebody to volunteer. You know, volunteer
To die?
Yeah.
Die?
to die so we can eat them.
Oh, no one gonna die.
Would you volunteer? Would you say, okay?
Mr. Barry, I found this.
That's cannibalism, yes. Okay, so guess what? I know you're gonna be surprised. I know you're gonna be surprised. Nobody volunteered.
So they need to vote one out.
So they got another
Vote
idea.
one out.
So they got another idea. They said, let's have a lottery. Whoever wins the lottery, we will eat.
How did they kill them?
Would you buy a ticket?
Did they like just run on him and like?
But just not take the ticket.
How did they kill him? Like nicely
Okay.
or like?
So they're standing around, they're talking about, we need a volunteer, and they're talking about, let's have a lottery. And this one man, he starts to go crazy because he was hungry and he's hearing these crazy ideas. And he takes off all of his clothes in the snow and he runs into the woods screaming. Ah! And all the other people are looking at him like,
What are you doing?
what are you
What is
doing?
that?
Yes, what are you doing? So the guy's gone for a few hours and then he comes back,
Die.
puts on his clothes and dies.
Wow.
Why die?
Wow.
At
Wow.
least he
Why
died on
died?
his stand. Someone had eaten.
Why
How
died?
How did he die?
He just,
Why did
they don't
he
know if he
die?
was sick. They don't know if his mind just went.
Ow.
He died.
He was
So they
so cold
ate
or
him.
something?
What do you think they did? What do you think they did?
Eat
when he died?
him.
Huh?
Eat it.
But he might have like something
Killed by
bad,
Master Musan.
bacteria, and
Ding,
die.
ding, ding, dinner time.
He got killed by Master Musan.
Ha ha ha.
They ate him. And when they couldn't eat no more, they would like cut off an arm and put it in the snow and keep it for the next day. I will cook that tomorrow.
Freezer.
So what would you rather eat?
ฉุกเฉิน
Okay, so let me ask you now. A minute ago, all of you were going, I would never eat a mouse. So
Yes, of course.
if you had to eat the mouse or the
mouse is
person,
eatable.
what would you eat?
A mouse.
Now,
Mouse carry a lot of disease and die.
now all of a sudden, everybody wants to eat a mouse. Everybody's thinking about Calpac New. Calpac New.
Able to
Now,
Gosh, you did. Gosh,
Calpac
you
New
did.
sounds pretty good, right?
หยุด
No, I don't know.
All right, guys.
No.
Hey, we got less than a minute. What do you think? This a good story or not good story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you show me the
Hey,
first
hey.
slide?
You have not heard. You have not heard the worst part. We get to the worst part tomorrow.
Mr. Barry, can you show me the first slide? Like
And
the
this is a
first
true
slide?
story. This is a true story. I always tell you the
Can
truth.
you show me the first slide? Like the first slide of this PowerPoint?
The what?
The
The first slide of the PowerPoint.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see.
ลูกพีช